Hey, Monty, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, cool. Matt McGavick with Sports Illustrated. Obviously, you guys just held your first scrimmage of fall camp. We asked Marshawn how things looked on the offensive side of the ball. How did things kind of pan out on defense?
We just got to execute better, and we just got to man up and drop our nuts, man. It's time to step up. We're playing Syracuse in 21 days, and we're gonna be prepared for Syracuse in 21 days, most definitely.
Hey, Monty, Michael
What did you think
McCann,
of
Cardinal Authority. From the scrimmage today, what stood out to you about the defense? What did you guys do well?
We honestly we stopped the run very well. We just gotta harp on gap accountability and deep balls, and everything else we're great at.
Monty, Pat Jaggers, ESPN of Louisville. Out of the new guys on the defense, who really excelled in your mind when it comes to the first scrimmage today?
First scrimmage, I wouldn't put a name on anyone honestly in the first scrimmage.
Satterfield said the other night that you were out there flying around looking good in fall camp. How do you feel? Do you feel 100% back, and are you doing what you want to do?
I feel 1,000%, but no, I play within the scheme. It's no more freestyling Monty Montgomery. It's Monty Montgomery who's getting to the bag this year, contract year.
Hey, Monty, Michael McCammon again. You've been joined by Momo. He seems like a vocal leader. He's talked a lot about how the two of you are working well together. What's your impression of the impact he could potentially have for you guys?
He's doing a hell of a job, man. He's a very good guy, a guy who can communicate very well. And me, Yasir, Momo, this is our defense. We ready to take over, man. We ready to take over the ACC, honestly.
Monty, obviously being an inside linebacker, you get a good look at what the defensive lines does day in and day out. What is your overall, opinion on how the defensive line has kind of performed with Destel and Lole kind of going at it in nose tackle and guys like Yaya in action competing out on the end?
They're all doing a great job. They're pushing each other. They're ready, man. Those guys up front are doing a great job, honestly, man. Great penetration, great pass rush. I mean, what else can you ask for as a linebacker? They're doing a great job up front.
Monty, I asked this question earlier, and I think it's interesting. What I think is interesting is that there's been a lot of talk about the different things that you guys have done in the off season that in terms of just emotionally and finding out each other's views, but like besides that, in terms of like on the field, is there anything that feels different this time this year than what it did last year?
Yes, it's a lot. It's different, man. I feel like we're becoming much more of a unit, and we're playing together for each other instead of just playing for the coaches. Because at the end of the day, we're the only ones on the field. The coaches overlooking us, and we're starting to do more like unit meetings, is like just player led meetings instead of like coaches meetings, and that's definitely paying off, honestly.
Hey, Monty, Alexis Keeper from the Courier Journal. Just going back to talking about Momo, Coach Satterfield said you guys are the M&M brothers. How do you feel like you guys really feed off of each other and just the energy and the leadership that you guys bring?
Energy-wise, we both have a lot of energy, but Momo, he more, I ain't gonna lie, he more physical than me. That guy, he's an SEC linebacker for sure. But I'm the real MM, man. I'm Monty Montgomery. He's Momo Sonogo, But it's a cool nickname, most definitely.
Monty, at this point in the offseason, most players, if not all of them, have had nothing but great things to say about Ben Souders. Since he came in sort of in the second half of your rehab process?
You went out. I'm sorry. I couldn't really hear what you're saying.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I was asking us about what the impact that Ben Souders has had on you specifically, especially since he came in towards the second half of your rehab process.
I love Coach Ben Souders, man. He's not a biased coach. He doesn't show any favoritism. He just down and gritty, man. He ready to work. That's what I love about him, and he's a winner. That's exactly what we needed during this offseason. A winner to be around us and help us get to the ACC championship.
Monty, Pat Jaggers, ESPN Louisville again. Just can you just talk about maybe the contribution Griff has had to you guys' defense, some things that you've kind of noticed from things from him and some things that he's kind of contributed as a coach to the staff on the defensive side of the ball?
He's a brilliant guy. Coach Crandall, he's brilliant, man. He can tell you anything about any defense, any scheme, anything, period. It's football life, off the field, everything. He's a great man, man. He's a great guy. I can't really say anything about him because he's not my coach, but he's a great guy, honestly.
And Monty, kind of a little bit of a random question. I asked Marshawn about the uniforms with the drop that happened a couple of days ago. For you, is that something you get into as far as uniform combinations? And if so, what's been your favorite to wear at Louisville?
The all white joints, the little candy cane all white with the red cleats and the red helmets. I like those.
Monty, different position groups have talked after practice and have talked about, just adding little things here and there. But in terms of, not necessarily just the scheme, but like how many different new things are you guys kind of adding to the fold that have been new for this defense?
Yeah, next question, man. We can't really talk about that. We playing Syracuse in 21 days.
Hey, Monty, it's the second time you've mentioned Syracuse. Is it a little bit different knowing that you're starting to prepare for an actual opponent instead of just like spring practice or off-season weight training? What is it? Is there a different mindset now knowing that there's an opponent coming?
We're more thrilled than anything. We're happy about playing our offense just because they're a top offense in the country, but we're definitely ready and thrilled to play Syracuse.
Thank you all.
Yeah.